last time I talked to y'all, I said that I was sharing a little nugget because I had homeschooled and I noticed a lot of parents were having issue, or people were posting they were having an issue with their children home educating, and I wanted to pass on some information. And I thought, I said, you know what, I have a couple of more nuggets, so I'm going to share as the spirit hits me. I'm going to share the information that I have. So one of the nuggets is one of the things I learned was to redirect behavior. That's one of the things I learned when I was in school. Backstory. When I was in undergrad at University of Southwestern Louisiana, when I was there, just went under a bridge, I took a class called Dance Pedagogy. Now, my degree is in Arts and Humanities with a focus on dance and a minor in business. And I took dance pedagogy. And dance pedagogy is just a fancy term for education, learning. And so in that class, my awesome dance pedagogy teacher taught us the concept of redirecting the behavior. And redirecting the behavior, instead of saying, don't do that, don't swing on the bar, because in dance we like hold on to the bar and you do your warm-ups. Instead of saying, don't hold on to the bar, you say, hey, little girl, little boy, come over here because we have scarves, or we have the parachute, or, we're in a circle, pointing and flexing our toes together. Let's get in a circle, let's point and flex our toes together. And so that is something that I learned. Instead of saying, don't do this, don't do that. So when I got my first teaching job out of grad school, I taught at a charter school, and I taught dance at a charter school. I had what people would consider difficult kids, but to me, I felt like just nobody really paid attention and listened to those kids. They just had these assumptions that they were just these bad kids. And so I remember I had one kid, and he used to bring this paper in called the Dandy Dime. And this is back when they would put stuff in, and it was no Craigslist. They put it in the paper, and they would put pictures in the paper, and you'd look and check off and circle and make a call on your landline. And so he had a paper, and he was circling and looking at motorcycles. Instead of getting on him and taking the paper and putting it on my desk and causing a big kerfuffle, I said, hey, what you got? Oh, looking at bikes. Looking at bikes. And this kid in my dance class looking at bikes. And he's like, yeah, I'm looking at bikes, man. And I said, okay. Looks cool. Like, look at where you circle at. You know what? That looks like some cool stuff. You're like, yeah, I like bikes. You're like, yeah, okay. Well, look, I'm about to get started, so you need to put that up, but, put it on your desk, keep it safe, because, when we get done, take it back, you can look at it, but let's focus on this first. Oh, okay. And it wasn't, I didn't snatch it off the desk, I didn't, I just acknowledged that he was looking at something he liked, and, that's what it was. And so, I think a lot of times in our hurriedness, we just live these hurried lives. Just stop it. Just go sit down. Just do whatever. And then, I'm not saying I've never done that, because I get in those moments and I'm just, do this, sit down, But then I have to remember, it's like, that just redirect the behavior. So if there is paint, and if there's drawings on my wall, I can say, don't draw on my wall, don't do that. Or I can say and go across, we used to live across the street from a dollar store, go to the dollar store, get some construction paper and some crayons or some little finger paints and say, here, this is where you do it. I'm going to lay out some paper. I'm going to do it on here. Don't do it on the walls. You can do your art. Just do it on here. It's construction paper. Then I can put it up. We can see it. And I think a lot of times we just have to, as adults, have to slow down for a second and be like, okay, how can I solve this problem quickly and efficiently? Because as a creative person myself, like I just said before, a dancer, I never wanted to squash that in my children or anybody else's kids. Okay, that's what you like that? Oh, that's cool. I remember I had a student who said my classes felt like she was in college. And I'm thinking, like, how would this child even, this middle school kid, 6th grade, how would you even know what that's like? But for her, it was just that sense of, I don't know if it was autonomy, but it's just, I didn't, tell her you should do this, you should do that. I just kind of, like I said before, met her where she was. And then when the behavior was disruptive to the class or somebody's behavior was, being distracting, then it's like, how do we redirect the behavior? Now, 98% of the time I could do that, but there was a couple of times where it's just like, okay, ain't no redirecting him, we got to figure something else out. And so, but for the most part, redirecting the behavior is what worked. And we just have to remember that with our kids instead of don't. Because children are naturally curious and they're going to go to that thing we say don't do. And they're going to go look at it anyway. So we have to be willing to look and see how we can look and understand and then redirect. So anyway, that's just my 2 cents from my teaching days. I taught dance for over 20 years until I had to sit myself down and take care of my hips. But I realized just with all this going on that I've learned a lot from my teachers and from my mentors in school, whether it be undergrad or grad. I really did. And I want to thank you. It was a Teacher Appreciation Week. So I want to thank them all. You know who you are. That helped me on my journey. Some of them are here, some of them are not here. And, but teachers make the world go round. So I'm giving this to anybody who needs to hear it to maybe help their child and say, I'm going to redirect that behavior. You see what they're doing? Redirect it. So anywho, I'm going to leave y'all with that as I mosey on in.